Welcome back to Once Upon a Tiny Farm. My name's Drew. In today's video, we're gonna get to filling up our new Kingbird metal raised bed. Really nice raised bed, and I'm gonna show you a way that you could fill up a raised bed, even a deeper raised bed, and save some money on soil costs, which can get pretty expensive. So stick around for this video. First, I want to thank Quictent for sponsoring this video and their Kingbird raised beds. This company is having their 20th anniversary right now, and they have a lot of sales going on their website. So I'm going to put a link below so you can check out their website and see all the other things that their company offers besides just the raised bed. So first layer, like to do cardboard. You want to do your best around the edges because that's where I've found in the past some grasses will still find their way up. So it's a little bit harder here because of the curvature of this bed. So I had some like packing paper there. I didn't have any more, so might need to find something else to fit in this corner to prevent that from happening. But this is our first layer, and the next layer I'm going to add is actually sticks and some small logs. I like to add sticks and logs in the bottom of our raised beds. We've done this before. It's a process called hugelkultur, which they did in like ancient Nordic times. It's a Viking way of growing food, which they would do in mounds in the ground. And on the bottom of those mounds would be logs, and obviously on top of the logs would be a big mound of soil. But what would happen over time is those logs will slowly start to decay and feed the soil where your plants are growing. When logs decay, it creates something called humus, which you might have seen bags of humus in the big box stores, and that's really, really good stuff to add to your soil, the humus from those decaying logs. So that's gonna feed our soil over time. So that's gonna be a really good thing. And adding those logs as a lower layer is gonna make it so that we don't have to put as much soil in. We won't have to put so much soil in because those logs are gonna raise up the bottom level from the ground. So we won't have to put as much soil in, which is gonna save us money also, which is a big plus. I believe these here are actually stalks that have dried from mullein that got really, really tall. So another thing you could put in here is like sunflower stalks that have just been sitting out, stuff like that, logs, anything. Okay, so as you can see, this isn't super deep amount of sticks. As I start layering more material in here, they're gonna compress down. And these are more on the skinnier side. I have like one bigger piece of live edge wood that's starting to fall apart, but ideally you'd want some older logs that are already starting to decay, but this will do. My next step, I'm actually going to layer some fresh grass clippings on top of all this. A very nice thick layer of grass clippings, and that's going to be our last step before we start layering in some soil. So I filled up the grass container, whatever it's called, twice, and I did 2 layers here. And now with both the log sticks and the layer of grass clippings, we have about 6 inches of this 12-inch deep bed that we've already filled. So we're only going to fill half of this with the compost right on top of this stuff. So we're not going to need nearly as much soil. This is going to save us half the soil it would have cost to just fill this whole thing with soil. And over time, these are going to break down into the soil. This is a nitrogen source, and those logs are going to break down. The sticks are going to break down, going to add humus to the soil. This is going to be a very, very healthy raised bed. So here we go. Now this soil actually dug out of one of my older raised beds that has been there for several years, and I did the hugelkultur method in that bed, and you can see there's a lot of old twigs and sticks that are still in there breaking down. So this soil has been pretty solid. Everything I've grown in that other bed has done great. So I'm going to put this soil in here because that other raised bed is kind of falling apart, which is why I'm happy about this metal raised bed here. Looks really nice, going to last a long time. We're going to layer this soil on top, and I'm probably going to have to go back and get another wheelbarrow full, but let's see how it looks after this first wheelbarrow. Now this is 2 wheelbarrows I've emptied now to fill, and I think I need just one more wheelbarrow to really fill this up to the top. We're almost there. And this is really kind of really old compost. It's been in a bed for a long time, And what you really want on the very, very top layer is some kind of fertility to feed the raised bed. And that's where the chickens are gonna come in, because I'm gonna go into the chicken run and grab some fresh compost directly from the chicken run. See, some people buy compost at the store, but if you have chickens, hey, move, move, trying to show something. Move, move, move. Look, look, move. Look at this. Just right down below. There's, get off. The chickens made that. That is super high source of nitrogen and other good nutrients. All right, look at the drastic difference in color. I've ran out of some. I need a little bit more of the chicken compost, but that's the stuff that I pulled out of the other bed. There's actually a sweet potato in there right now. And this is from the chicken run. It's so dark, so lush. I think I need just a little bit more, maybe one full wheelbarrow full, but the chickens kind of attacking me when I went in there, so I got what I could. But I could plant certain things in here, but what I am at the level that it's at, but I want it a little bit deeper because I am planting sweet potatoes in this bed. So I'm gonna put another wheelbarrow full of compost in here. And this is set, but look at this bed. Isn't that beautiful? I really like the curvature. A lot of the metal raised beds that you see, at least the cheaper ones that I've seen, are square and they don't look that nice, I don't think. But this feels a little, looks at least a little higher end, the curved edges and how everything interlocks together. I really like it. You can tell the difference. This was just pulled out of the chicken run. That's a lot lighter of a soil. You can tell this one is darker, has a lot more life in it. I guarantee that. So I'm gonna layer this on top of everything. And then this bed's gonna be ready to go. If you could see right in front of there, there's a grape. I think it's called Lakemont. It's a green grape. And I have another Lakemont grape there. And what I'm planning to do is I've actually ordered a second Kingbird raised bed, which is gonna go right here in front of that grapevine. And I'm gonna set that up in my next video. And as you can see the trellis here on these wooden raised beds behind here, I have grapes there, and I'm gonna do the same thing with another trellis here right in front of these Kingbird beds. So I'm gonna create a trellis that's not exactly attached to the bed, but it's gonna be right in front of it. It's gonna look like it's kind of part of the bed at least. So we're gonna do T-posts and cattle panel, and I'm gonna be really excited, and I'm gonna set that one up in the next video. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's really hot outside. This is my third shirt today, but I really wanted to get this done, and we did get it done. So job accomplished, and that's a way that you could fill a raised bed and save a lot of money on soil, because you can see those layers that we did that are gonna add to the soil over time and feed it, especially that layer of chicken compost right on top. But that way we only had to fill about half of this raised bed with soil because of what we put underneath. Now over time, this soil is gonna shrink and condense down a little bit, but we'll just keep topping it off with more chicken compost, and it's gonna do really, really well. And it's a really good reason to have chickens, just for that reason, just to have a constant source of really, really good compost. You know, you can go and buy pelleted chicken manure at the store, or you can just have chickens. Feed them food scraps, rice and beans, which you could see in some of my other videos. Maybe I'll link those if you haven't seen them. But it's not expensive to have chickens. They give you soil, they give you eggs. And how about this nice raised bed from Kingbird? You can check those out at the link down below. Definitely check them out. They're having a sale right now, a 20th anniversary sale on everything that they sell besides raised beds in their store, which is quite a few things. So definitely check them out. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. All right, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.